That's right. Take it in. It's a pretty good thumbnail. Anybody that follows me on the twitter.com knows that I love Familia Myth, which unfortunately is more commonly known here in the States and abroad as Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon? Fun story for those who don't know. It's never supposed to be called that. Win Omori, the author, came up with the idea for Familia Myth. It was the same as it is now, except there was less focus on the more lewd aspects of things, and the editor made them change the name. They said, hey, we're only going to publish this if you can change it to something that's going to grab more attention. And honestly, Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon is a name that gets your attention. And I love the show for a variety of reasons, but there's a real specific one I want to get to here in a minute. For those who don't know at home, Familia Myth, which is what I'm going to call it because I'm a civilized human being, is the story about Bell. He is a young guy who travels to the city after living with his grandpa to go become an adventurer. It's almost like your other standard isekai, except in this, it is their world. Something I love about it is how much real, our world myth is in there. So many of the characters are gods and goddesses from pantheons all across the world. We have gods and goddesses from Japan, but the big ones, the huge players in this are all people from the Greek and Roman pantheons, which we see a lot of the original translations in. And you kind of join the family of these deities, and they give you special powers, go into the dungeon, keep people safe, earn money, party, repeat. The cool thing about Bell is that he has a special skill that the amount of focus he puts on to the person he wants to catch up to increases how fast he can increase himself. So he goes from a nobody to a small-time player real quick. And this really rang out to me because his priority is another character in there. His just absolute love and devotion to this one person. And there are a lot of other people that want his attention because they see he is something special. That's not his priority. And it makes me think about myself. And I'm sure this applies to every one of you as well, in that I didn't have it right. I'm 26 now, and there's a lot of stuff that I could have done better that I didn't. And I didn't because I didn't have my priorities straight. I want to say, since I got out of the Army 5 years ago, I could have already graduated college. I could have done a million things that I haven't done. But that's because my priority was, oh, well, you know what? I want to know what a relationship is like. And so I spent all my time on Tinder, on OkCupid. I'm a moderator now. That's a fun story that I try and tell everybody that I meet when they try and say, hey, you should look at online dating. Hey, fun story. I've been on there for so long that they're like, hey, if you want to get on a computer, you can judge cases where dudes have their dongs out on screen and you can report them for that. Cool. But that was the wrong priority, because as cool as I think it might be, and as happy as I see a lot of people are, that's not what I need to focus on. And I think it's that way for a lot of us as well. If you look into your life right now, take perspective of everything that you're doing. Are you focusing on the right thing? Is the thing that you're trying to accomplish right now really what you have your heart set on? I think until recently I couldn't say that. And if I did say that, I would have been lying to you. And it's hard to admit that. You always want to go in steadfast resolve, thinking, yeah, I know what I'm doing. What I'm doing is absolutely right. But it's not always that way. And I could be wrong now. I think right now I'm putting my focus on this. I love recording and I love reaching out to people. I love hearing from people. But if for some reason, 2 weeks from now, I realize, hey, actually, I need to go do this instead, I should go do that. You need to take a look into your life, and you'll find it. Everybody knows what they should be doing. Everyone. But we don't always follow it. And that's something that I love about Familia Myth is Bel's single-minded focus on what he wants to achieve. The reason that he is going above and beyond everyone else in the story, which again, you can watch on Crunchyroll. Or they also have a simul dub on High Dive, which is super cool. If you're out there and you don't watch, subtitles, you prefer the dub titles, you can go watch that on High Dive right now. It's so good. Oh, sorry. Back what I was saying is that his single-minded focus on my priority is catching up with this other person. He does that. If for some reason he fell off that path, if he thought, actually, no, you know what? I'm going to have an easy life. Because he could have it. But then he wouldn't grow. Then he wouldn't become what he is. And I don't want that for you. I don't want that at all. I want you to accomplish what you're after. And I know I say it in other videos as well, but this isn't just gassing you up. The reason I'm saying this is because, I don't have anything to gain from you following your dreams, but when you tell me 2 weeks from now, hey, Derek, love anime Elixir, I saw this episode 2-3 weeks ago and this gave me the courage to, quit my job and I'm going back to school, something like that, that's what I do this for. I don't care about anything else but hearing from people about them getting what they want. And that's what I want from you. So, get your priorities straight. Start leveling up in that dungeon. So long. Thanks for all the anime.
I'm